We're about to proceed with the program, so if you can kindly take your seats, enjoy the rest of your meal. Time is upon us. Inshallah, we want to make the best of the opportunity. So part 2 of the program will have us to have some comments from Mr. Trevor Lindsay, who will speak a little bit about the broken boy syndrome in terms of his experience. And then we would have a question and answer from you, the public, and imams. Any questions that you might have, inshallah, we'll attempt to address them. So, to give you a bit of background about Mr. Lindsay, Trevor Lindsay is the owner, operator, and CEO of CNN News, Bermuda, go-to source for breaking, accurate, and community-focused news. With nearly 35 years of experience in the media industry, Trevor has dedicated his career to truth-telling and community journalism, delivering the facts with integrity and professionalism. His media journey began in 1991 with the Bermuda Broadcasting Company, where he worked for 25 years. During that time, Trevor received international training as an engineer, as an ENG, an engineer cameraman, with major networks CBS and ABC, through their affiliate partnership with the Bermuda Broadcasting Company. His deep passion for current affairs and love for storytelling laid the groundwork for what would become his next chapter. In March 2016, Trevor launched TNN News, Trevor's News Network, guided by the belief, if I could help make ZBM News #1, I could do it for myself. What began as a bold step toward independent journalism has grown into one of Bermuda's most trusted news platforms. In March 2026, TNN will celebrate 10 years of service to the Bermudian people. A true community journalist at heart, Trevor focuses on just the facts, steering clear of sensationalism to provide clear, honest, and timely reporting. He leads a dedicated team that includes 2 reporters, a legal team, advisors, and an additional camera operator. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021, Trevor began streaming funerals, giving families a way to connect and grieve despite restrictions. That service continues today, becoming a meaningful extension of TNN's role in the community. To keep his community informed. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Trevor Lindsay.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me yet again to grace your presence. First of all, I want to give honor and respect to the man that gave me the opportunity in the field of journalism is Mr. Rick Richardson. I don't want to put the attention on him. He's a humble man, but Mr. Rick Richardson is the one that really never gave up on me. He was that father figure, and I didn't know until maybe 15 years ago how he really directed me, took me under his mentorship, and grew. So you spoke earlier about men that come into your life. That's what Mr. Richardson was for me. He was the person that never gave up on me. Earlier you spoke of, and I dropped a few notes because I wrote down a few notes because when there are no man in a young boy's life, he learns through trial and error. Men are basically supposed to guide your sons, your young boys, into the path in which they should go. When there's no man there, I'm going to speak for myself. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of bad choices. And the consequences were grave for me. My challenges in life started when I was in my mom's womb. I wasn't even born when a situation happened between my father and my mother. I was born into, I was birthed out of a rejection. I had to live with being rejected by my father. Something that I had no control over, was not my fault, but these things happen. I had to deal with it. I don't want to dig too much into that because it's very personal. But it shaped and molded me into some choices that I made from being in that position. It hurts, extreme hurts. Rejection was something that, and then abuse, physical abuse that I had to deal with. Coming up in a family, staying on Court Street, seeing all sorts of, the environment does have a lot to play with. The upbringing. I saw a man getting beaten as a little boy. And it devastated me because I thought as a boy, oh, that's what you got to go through when you become a man. I didn't want to grow up. I didn't want to become a man. After the stuff that I saw some stuff on Court Street that, you know, today our young people are seeing even worse. Now we're seeing shootings, we're seeing killings, we're seeing a lot of stuff. So these things have an effect on our children's lives, on young people's lives, the stuff they see. Even under their own roof. We need to be mindful of how we carry ourselves, and how we treat our children, and how we talk to our children. I'm glad you spoke of Imam. You spoke of, let me go to my phone, I dropped some notes. I'm glad you spoke of when a relationship breaks down between parents and someone else is brought into that relationship. I'm going to speak from my own experience. And I told him, my stepfather, my mom's husband, I saw him. I didn't see him as my stepfather. I didn't see him as no other way. He was my mother's husband. I had already been through being rejected by my father, being abused by my stepfather, so why should I give another man and title, quote unquote? And I told him, outright, I think it was the age of 13, you're not my father, so don't even attempt to put your hands on me. It took a lot for him to deal with me. I was rebellious, I was rude, what it is. And but that's through my own stuff. I'm also glad you spoke of how do we fix some of the things that we see going on. I'm going to skip forward. How do we fix some of the things we see that are going on today is that we need to sit down, we need to challenge some of our young teen boys, young men, and get in their face, find out what's really going on in their lives. We need to invest in them. Because a lot of times we say it's not in our doorstep. Some of these murders are not at our doorstep. Until they get to your doorstep and then you feel it. We need to stop that mindset, change that mindset. It's only blacks that are killing blacks. Let's be honest. I know we're all going to get involved. I'm talking about the island on a whole, not just one group of Christians, Muslims. Everybody should be involved in this. This place should be packed. I said it the other night. This place should be packed. And we need to continue on this. I'm happy to see young people. That's what really blessed me tonight. See this table right here, all young men. So I applaud you all for how you That's the word I can use. How you're shielding your young man. We need to adopt some of those young ones you see out there that we can see this direction that they're in. You know, in the schools, teachers, teaching in school, you see, and I know a lot of you teachers do invest in your students, but, you know, adopt one of those children that you see going the wrong way. A lot of single parents out there that were struggling. And boys try to help the moms in any way. Young man would help the moms in any way, even if it's selling drugs. Mom's not going to turn that boy in. It's bringing in a few $100s. I always say there's no right or wrong, it just is. That's the reality they're dealing with. But how do we get across this? If it's not in your doorstep, why turn a blind eye to it? We need to invest in finding solutions for the challenges that our young people are going through, our young boys are going through, our young men are going through. Don't give up on them. My mom never gave up on me. That's another thing. They are living with no hope. They have no hope. We can't give up on them. I'm going to say it again. We need to invest in them. We need to go out, each one, go out and reach one. Go tell them you love them, and not just say you love them. Show them you love them. Because when I came into the body of Christ, I'm a Christian. I fellowship at First Church of Lord North Shore. I'm a member of the media ministry. I'm a member of one of the technical directors in the media ministry. But when I first came into the body of Christ, you know, somebody come up and say, I love you, brother, I love you, brother. My attitude was, love me? You don't even know me. So this is just words to me. Show me. Show me. You're going to tell those young boys that you love them? Show them. Put some action to it. You know what I mean? That's what's lacking right now is love. We all need love. The Imam, he hit on a lot of things that I just took notes. We need to be totally honest with our young ones and talk about consequences. You spoke about it. You do something, there's consequences for everything you do. Good or bad. But solutions is what you really need today. You know, we talked about it. It's been 25 years, almost 25 years since the first shooting, way back in 2000 I think it's 2002. The first shooting up at Dockyard. We've now had 90 young men shot. 3 women shot dead. I said 93 shot dead. Maybe about 118, 120, 130 shot. We need to finally get to some solutions. We need to stop. What's that? Being what's a dead horse? That's the one. We need to stop beating this dead horse. We need solutions. And this is the start right here tonight. To finally talking about and reasoning for solutions to save our young black man. I spoke Tuesday night about the ratio of men to women. If they're not locked up, our best day, they're dying by bikes, cycle, maybe the young man just saying, I have a family that's hurting. And I know this young man, I know his father, another young man, 19 years old, lost his life. Accidents, gun violence, getting locked up. Someone kills someone, one gets arrested, there's two families that are devastated. The victim and the perpetrator. So there's two people that we lose. We're losing our young man to prison and death. How do we stop it? $15 to 1. 15 women to 1 man. That's the numbers. That's the ratio in Bermuda today. And in about another 10 to 15 years, you're going to see. We see. What we're looking at today, we see those that were killed 15 years ago. We see the lack of today. And then another 10, 15 years, we're going to see even more. Where there'll be more women than men. You wouldn't wonder why they had the issues of, I don't want to go there, but you know what I'm doing, where I'm going. That's why we're having these issues. And we stay back and we sit in our homes and we do nothing and say nothing. And then we say, well, look at the behavior, look at this, look at that. One leaving them to do what they are doing. We don't speak up. I would always say, just shut up then. Sorry for being blunt. But that's the issues that we're facing. And it's only going to get worse. Even I'm saying to young men, it's only going to get worse. I'm not trying to speak anything. I'm dealing with reality. It's only going to get worse if we don't come together as a people, find some solutions. Come together. I'm talking about everybody in Bermuda, black, white, and indifferent. I shared with a group of, I think I was at the exhibition. A group of white people I was talking, and I told those people that this is not at their doorstep because they don't feel it. They might feel it economically when we don't go and buy certain things, but they're not losing their family members like we are. When is enough going to be enough? This is a great start tonight, and I do want to continue this. We can't find solutions. I'm moving to questions coming from the floor. The Imam's going to come up.
So we're going to make some up.
Yeah.
If I may. Sorry. Yes.
So we're going to break for a moment. We're going to make a moment of prayer, and then we'll come back and finish it off.
We're going to make the Margaret prayer. So we think the prayer is facing this way to Qibla. Okay. You make it right here. We're going to break for 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, we'll make it here. We'll make it here. And then we'll come back and we'll pray. You right. When it wraps in the email, Why at least go fix your plates that we need to take it? Yeah.